since we are in the digital space, we are in the marketing space, we are talking about marketing, we are talking about, building businesses and seeing how we can thrive and grow small businesses to a level whereby they can be sustainable, they can break even, and they can grow. And we are talking about digital marketing. It is just very normal for you to understand that we need to talk about content marketing and how a successful content can be called a marketable content. All right. Now, many people feel like having a successful content is having huge following, huge level of engagement, huge likes, and huge people just doing things around. But that is not it. Now, this one makes a content a successful content. You might not have the amount of following that is so everywhere, everybody is doing whatever. But now, if the content can be able to meet up with people's value and needs, if the content can be able to build trust around your brand, if the content can be able to satisfy people's problems, then you are actually having a successful content. You can have a content that many people are liking it, but nobody's buying it. Yes, but now when a good content can actually sell, then you can say I have a content, or let me say when a content can actually sell, you can say I have a good content, I have a successful content. When a content can actually give value to the people that you are targeting as the audience, we can say this content is a successful content. When a content can build trust around your brand, make people understand who you are, create more awareness, we can say that what this content is a successful content. It's not about many people coming around and nobody can buy, and they call it a content. It's not about many people seeing it, liking it, but nobody can actually, remember it. That's not a successful content, because there is a strategy in marketing and strategy in business and content marketing that people should be able to interact with your content at least 7 times, and at the end of the day they buy. But if they interact at least for 7 times and nobody can actually buy, then it's a problem. You need to re-identify the problem and then re-strategize to come up with a solution and see how you can bring a lot of change around your business. So now this is a take-home message for you that you are into marketing, you that you want to make sales, you that you are into content marketing. First thing you need to understand, let your content be valuable. Let your content have a direct audience that you're tailoring it to them, and let your content be able to solve that thing that they are facing, called a problem. Now let your content be able to take your prospect or your target audience to a consideration stage where they can consider buying, and actually you make sales. If you cannot arrive at that level, then you don't have a successful content. All right. So you take this one home and actually see how you can work on your content, work on your marketing, work on how you can be able to increase your sales. Because if your product are not sellable, check if they are valuable. If they are not sellable, check if you are targeting it to the right audience. If they are not sellable, check if you're having the right engagement around it. If they are not sellable, check and build a different strategy that can make it sell. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next episode of us trying to see how we can grow our businesses to the light that we can be proud of.